Well, Vijay's July 1 meeting is being seen as a thank you to allies, but politically it's much bigger. By bringing together almost every former DMK ally, from the Congress and the IUML to the left parties, VCK, MDMK, TVK is signaling that it wants to institutionalize a broad secular alliance under its leadership. The objective is clear: lock in partners for the long haul, reduce dependence on outside support, present a united anti-DMK front, and prepare early for local body polls, among others. This comes as the DMK has warned cadres to be ready if elections are advanced, claiming an unstable Vijay government, which clearly, at least from the pictures, look very distorted. Though when it comes to a reality check, with 107 MLAs of its own support from 13 non-TVK legislators, and the continuing exodus from AIADMK, with 6 former AIADMK MLAs now backing TVK, Vijay is now looking to convert a working majority into a durable political coalition. I'm being joined by Felix Gerald, TVK spokesperson, as well as Pentapati Pullarao, who's a political analyst. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining me. Felix Gerald, what's on cards?
Hey, the July 1st meeting is a formal meeting. We want to discuss with our alliance partner because we have not done yet one. So this will be a very, very important meeting. The future journey will be decided, and this is a very usual one. Beyond that, it has a very big political and message conveyed, and DMK is left out.
Would like to hear from TVK. What is that political message?
Yeah, that's same. DMK is left with nobody. They have no future because all their alliance partners are not with them anymore because of the attitude of DMK. They showed a big brother attitude. They acted like as if they are the zamindars, and they treated their alliance partners as kind of a slaves, as a tenant, not as a partner. And that is the reason why all the especially MDMK, Vaiko, and they are all coming to in support of TVK. So the future of DMK is in a big question mark. That's a message that our leader is sending out to DMK.
You mentioned Vaiko. Vaiko seemed to have lost his cool completely today when journalists asked him that, why are you joining Vijay and raising issues of corruption? Why not raise it when they were earlier in the government as well, part of the DMK alliance for that matter? Sure. And he said, how can you raise questions of corruption when you are part of the alliance? And completely lost his cool after that. Would that apply for TVK if they join in?
You have to understand the media ecosystem in Tamil Nadu is completely different from the rest of the country. That is a very unique thing. Every political party is having a channel. DMK and family has so many channels. Each political party except DMK and most of the political parties, they have their own channel. So sometimes I'm not accusing all the journalists, all the reporters. There are channels who go with a vested interest to irritate the political leaders. And that is what happened to Vaiko today. It is intentional.
Pentapati Pullarao, would you agree with what Mr. Felix Gerald is saying? Is that what it was about? Or do you put it in context of what, many may say it's a far cry if Stalin says that, this is going to be an unstable government, prepare for early elections, signals it to its cadre. TVK may laugh it off. Of course, it's proved all its detractors completely wrong and, I won't say the word swept, but of course made history in a way that Tamil Nadu has not seen. Possibly the country has not seen, very few exceptions. But Pentapati Pullarao, my question is this. Is there truth to what Stalin is saying? Because coalition governments with multiple allies is proved to be unstable. Is TVK treading in very troubled waters?
I heard what Mr. Felix said. He's a senior person. And, he may be right, but I can't predict the future as he is been predicting. Future is very uncertain. Number one.
Do I read between the lines then with what you're saying?
No, you can't say how it's going to gel. It's been hardly a month for Mr. Vijay's government. How is he going to run the government? Is he going, I'm not saying he has bad intentions. How is he going to run it? One of the things I found is if these allies of DMK left the DMK so easily, When the day comes, will they not leave TVK also so easily? When DMK is secular and they're going to another secular party, so everything is fine. If TVK runs into problems, they will also leave him. They're very fair weather friends. That's what they should worry about. How solid. And of course, Vijay is worrying about it. That's why 6 ADMK MLAs have resigned. There'll be by-elections. I think I was told by my own friends, they expect another 6. They want 12 people to resign or 11 people so that they get a majority of their own. This is perfectly all right in parliamentary democracy. I believe that MLAs should have a right, my personal belief. Whenever they want to go, this anti-defection law, my personal belief is it was wrong. It made the MLA zero. Having said that, can somebody answer me how reliable these partners are? And my figures may be a little bit wrong. I think DMK gives 70 seats to allies. And they won how many? 15 or 12 or 14. Same thing with the ADMK. They give allies so many seats and they ended up winning 1, 2, 3 or 10 themselves. Allies in this case, maybe they have overplayed their value. Maybe they have, you see, they're big names. I don't deny Vaiko is a big name. But how much ground support they have that he didn't even put up a candidate with his own symbol. Remember that. And this is what I also believe another thing which TVK should not have done was, so he should have been a little softer with the opposition, given time for himself to consolidate. When you say you're hyperactive when you're going to finish the opposition, they also become hyperactive. That's the first law of war. You do your things quietly, you do your things slowly and surprise. There's no surprise here. And I don't know how it's going to pan out. Will ADMK and DMK come to some agreement? I don't know. I'm not saying anything there. But definitely their experience there. Now the by-elections are coming up. Vijay must win all the by-elections. If there are 10 or 12 by-elections, as I anticipate, and he loses 2 or 3, it will be a setback. I think he has to be very cautious. First and foremost, give a good administration, less politics in the first 6 months. Politics will take care of itself if he gives a good administration. And giving a good administration is not that simple. Because he's a new party, I agree. They need to be experienced, they need to be experienced ministers, etc., etc. And all of that is there. And further, the majority is very narrow. And as I repeated, how dependable are these allies? The governor did a great help to Vijay at that time, saying, you first of all prove your majority. Can you imagine if he went without getting their letters, what would have happened to him in the assembly?
Okay, let me get in Felix Gerald at this point. Felix, how do you look at what Mr. Pendapati is saying? Is this words of wisdom, caution? A common question. I mean, some of us, literally wake up every day morning to see who's fleeing the DMK alliance today. Which AIADMK leader is fleeing today? It's become like a household conversation if you follow politics very closely. Now, isn't that in itself a concern for the TVK?
See, there are 2 points Mr. Plora was highlighting. People are resigning from ADMK. MLAs are resigning from ADMK. Please understand, even yesterday, EPS and his son, Udaynidhi Stalin and Sabarishan, they met and they were discussing to form a government completely against the mandate of the people. And ADMK and DMK coming together, it's a literal betrayal for the souls of
you've had some of the MLAs from
Jayalalitha.
AIADMK now quit over that, saying that AIADMK is looking at marrying up with DMK and therefore we don't want to be part of them.
That's a betrayal. That's a betrayal for the party. Who is doing that betrayal? The leader himself is doing the betrayal. Edappadi Palniswamy himself is doing the betrayal. And how can loyalists, people who believe, MLAs and partymen who believe in the spirit of MGR and believe in the spirit of the Jayalalitha, who believe in the spirits of the founding father of ADMK, how will they agree this? This is completely unacceptable. That is the reason they are coming out. And even yesterday, M.R. Bhaskar resigned, and today he has given a reason. Because of this, ADMK and DMK coming together. This is like BJP and Congress coming together to fight an election.
Just that BJP and Congress have not fought an election together in the past, but AIADMK and DMK have. I mean,
I'm just
there is
giving
history
an
that
example.
marries the two
No,
together.
it's an example I'm giving.
I get it, but just to put it in context for viewers who may not know, the fact that
Okay.
AIA, DMK and DMK have come together is not unprecedented in the past in Tamil Nadu.
No, never. Never. They never came together. The ADMK was started to destroy DMK. That is the original purpose of starting ADMK. And one more thing, even today, the DMK, especially the first family of DMK, Mr. MK Stalin and Udayanidhi Stalin, they were not able to digest their failure. They are living in a different world. And they want to work against the people's mandate. How can an election will come in 6 months? Unless and until you do some dirty politics, you do some with the censure, if you do some anti-democratic activities. Otherwise, how will election
Or,
come?
as Pentapati Pularao is saying,
Let
the
me have a
allies
word,
that are
Mr.
fleeing
Felix.
DMK do their job of what they have done with the DMK.
No, I'll just remind my friend Mr. Felix of some very uncomfortable truths. Mr. Sharad Pawar, a great man, how did he become Chief Minister of Maharashtra? He ditched the Congress, went with 33 MLAs in 1978 July and formed a government. How did Mulayam Singh form the government and his own party? He was on the Janata Party as the Chief Minister, 89. Minute VP Singh lost his Prime Ministership, he kicked out VP Singh, made the party Samajwadi, became Chief Minister. And our friend Lalu Prasad Yadav, he did the same thing. I'll just finish it for your kindness. Most parties in India, the great chief ministers whom we all admire and love, they all are defectors themselves. They are defectors themselves. Please, you're a scholar, you go and correct me on facts. And when I said
No,
of facts, I can give you seven chief
I
ministers who are
understand.
still.
I completely
And the
understand.
great
It happened in India, but today you understand the reality. Today is the momentum. Vijay is the momentum. Vijay is a wave, and people wanted a change. And if
I agree.
if
I
this by
agree.
election comes, we will
I
come
agree
up
they
with a
want a
thumping
change.
majority because
I agree.
there was some
I agree with
doubt
you.
element.
They want a
Thank you.
change. I agree with you. They want a change. But once you get the reins of power, it's a different game. How you're going to rule? I can point out 5, 6 mistakes he has made, which are going to come up in a very difficult time soon. He has filled up his entire cabinet with ministers, 35, without knowing who they are. We're taking 10 people, 20 people, waited, tested. That's what everybody does. They took everybody in. Now, whenever some of them, and I'm not saying for bad reasons, some of them will fail as ministers. And then he'll have to remove them. All these are bad optics. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying he didn't win because of change. He wanted change. I myself was surprised that I thought he'd get 50, 60 MLAs, he got double the amount. I admit it. But
So that is
how
what
is he
the
ruling?
ground
Now
is. Ground is in favor of TVK, and people look at our chief minister as someone who can save the state. And there was a element of doubt was there before 2026 election. Now they have high confidence, and without alliance, DMK never won an election. Without
correct.
Congress, they will fail.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
I could
But how do
see there
you
is no enemy for TVK at least for another 10 to at least for a decade or 15 years.
that I request you you're a big spokesperson there, don't go into predictions because you can't. One small question. All these allies ditched DMK when it suited them. Will they not ditch you? Do you trust are they reliable?
See, for the first time in the history of Tamil Nadu or in the history of India, we are offering a coalition government, which is very,
Agreed.
very important. You work for my success at the same time. Let us share the power. Let us do good to the people together. And it was never there in the DNA of DMK. Please understand.
But correct me on this.
Yes.
Felix, correct me on this. Felix, as well as Mr. Pentapati Pularao, both of you come in. Correct me on this. It's only been exceptional cases where you've had multiple coalition governments function smoothly.
See, as long as the government is clean, corrupt-free, there will not be any problem. Okay? The core principle here is change, and we want to be transparent, and we want to give a corrupt-free government. So as long as the core idea is protected, everything will go smooth. And everyone is launching a party, starting a party just to come to the power. And DMK all these years, AIADMK all these years, they were using them like a tenant. You work for my success, then I will throw you off immediately.
You know, on that point, Mr. Pullarao, come in at this point. It's interesting that one of the things that the allies are going to talk about is secularism. You know, there are some people who have gone ahead and said the new secular alliance, Vijay's new secular alliance, TVK's new secular alliance. It's interesting that the word secular is being used in Tamil Nadu's context. And is this more to do with some foot and mouth, the FOPAs, the election jargons that you got from DMK when they were going up north and campaigning vis-a-vis? So is there a ground that was lost and now TVK is looking at seizing it?
Definitely, I think too much emphasis on the word secular, you know, it has become a rot. I don't think he's a new party. He's got, definitely, I am the first one to admit he scored a big victory. I am the first one. Nobody can deny that. He scored a very stunning victory. But he's treading the same path. And just one last point to Mr. Felix. You know why?
Yes, I'm out of time, sir. 10 seconds.
Okay. One thing. It was the Congress party which said they did not want MLAs in power. As long as you gave them MPs from 1971, they were happy.
That's a totally different context, and I understand where you are going with that, but that will open another Pandora's box. Felix,
I'll tell you why.
No, Felix, 10 seconds to you. Yes. Give us a reason of why the emphasis on secularism.
The idea of secularism is a very key in Tamil Nadu politics.
Correct.
Why BJP was not able to enter? Because of this idea.
So is it checkmating DMK? Is it checkmating BJP?
No, it was a tool used by DMK, but people don't believe them anymore.
Okay,
because
completely out of time. Completely out of time, so I'm being told in my ears. Felix Gerald, Pentapati Pullarao, thank you very much for joining us.